Welcome to UPSC Explainer. Today, we are going to discuss Class 6, NCERT, History Chapter 5, Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic, in the form of questions and answers. What was the significance of the Ashvamedha sacrifice? It was a ritual where a Raja let a horse roam freely. If other Rajas stopped it, they had to fight. If they allowed passage, it showed acceptance of the performing Raja's dominance. Describe the roles of the four Varnas. Brahmins studied, taught Vedas, performed sacrifices, received gifts. Kshatriyas fought battles, protected people. Vaishyas worked as farmers, herders, traders. Shudras served the other three Varnas. What were the Mahajanapadas? They were prominent regions evolved from Janapadas, often fortified, with notable ones including Purana Killa, Hastinapura, and Atranjikhera. What is the importance of painted grey ware? It's a type of pottery from ancient India, grey in color, with painted designs, found predominantly in sites of Mahajanapadas. How did Magadha rise in prominence? Magadha benefited from rivers like Ganga and Sun, forests, iron ore mines, and powerful rulers like Bimbisara, Ajatasattu, and Mahapadmananda. Describe Vajji's governance structure. Vajji functioned on a Gana or Sangha system where many rulers took collective decisions in assemblies. The system emphasized public assemblies, cohesive actions, respect for traditions, and free movement of saints. How did the Gana, Sangha system decline? The Gana, Sangha system declined due to conquests by powerful kingdoms. The last of the Gana, Sanghas was conquered by the Gupta rulers around 1500 years ago. How were rulers recognized around 3000 years ago? Rulers were recognized by performing large-scale sacrifices, especially the Ashvamedha or horse sacrifice. What role did the charioteer play during the Ashvamedha ritual? The charioteer, a companion to the Raja in the battlefield, chanted tales of the Raja's glory during the ritual. Differentiate between Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Janapadas were regions ruled by Rajas recognized by their tribes or communities. Mahajanapadas were prominent Janapadas, often fortified, representing more substantial territories and influence. How were the armies of the Mahajanapadas funded? The rulers collected regular taxes, including taxes on crops, craftsmen, trade, and even forest produce, to maintain their armies. What were the agricultural advancements during this period? The introduction of iron plowshares and the transplantation method for paddy cultivation were major advancements. They led to increased production and agricultural efficiency. How did Alexander's invasion reflect the military prowess of the Indian subcontinent? Alexander's soldiers hesitated to proceed further into India, fearing the vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots, and elephants, showcasing the strength of Indian defense. Who were the primary attendees of these sacrifices? The Raja, his charioteer, his relatives, especially his wives and sons, other Rajas as spectators, and the priests. Ordinary people or Vaishyas brought gifts, but certain groups, like Shudras, were excluded from many rituals. How did the Janapadas evolve? Rajas performing significant sacrifices got recognized as rulers of Janapadas. Some Janapadas became more influential, evolving into fortified Mahajanapadas. Why were the cities of Mahajanapadas fortified? Fortifications provided protection against enemy attacks, showcased the Raja's power, and helped in controlling the land and people within more effectively. Which Mahajanapada became most significant, and why? Magadha became the most dominant due to geographical advantages, abundant resources, and powerful rulers like Bimbisara, Ajatasattu, and Mahapadmananda. Describe the Gana or Sangha system as seen in Vajji. Vajji had a Gana or Sangha system, where many rulers collectively took decisions in assemblies. While it had democratic elements, certain sections like women, dasas, and kamakaras were excluded. How does the Digha Nikaya describe Vajji? Digha Nikaya highlights Buddha's interaction with Ajatasattu, who wanted to attack Vajji. Buddha listed the strengths of Vajji, including frequent public assemblies, joint actions, respect for traditions, and the free movement of saints. What does the term Janapada literally mean? The word Janapada means the land where the Jana set its foot and settled down. Name some of the excavated settlements in the Janapadas. Archaeologists have excavated settlements like Purana Killa in Delhi, Hastinapura near Meerut, and Atranjikhera near Etah, both in Uttar Pradesh. What crops were grown in these settlements? They grew rice, wheat, barley, pulses, sugarcane, sesame, and mustard. What is the specialty of painted grey ware pottery? These are grey pots with painted designs, usually simple lines and geometric patterns, which are very fine to touch with a smooth surface. Why were soldiers more regularly maintained during the Mahajanapada era? The new Rajas maintained armies with soldiers receiving regular salaries throughout the year, indicating a shift towards a more organized military system. What kind of produce would hunters and gatherers provide as taxes? Hunters and gatherers would have provided forest produce such as honey, herbs, fruits, and other valuable resources from the forest. UPSC Prelims Questions. Which of the following is a likely reason for the performance of the Ashvamedha sacrifice by ancient Indian Rajas? A. Spiritual upliftment. B. Display of architectural prowess. C. Assertion of territorial and political dominance. D. Celebration of agricultural harvest. Answer. C. Assertion of territorial and political dominance. What was the primary reason for the establishment of the Varna system in ancient India? A. Philosophical divergence. B. Military stratification. C. Socio-economic organization. D. Cultural assimilation. Answer. C. Socio-economic organization. What could be a plausible reason for the decline of the Varna, Sangha systems in ancient India? A. Lack of a structured military defense. B. Economic insufficiencies. C. The rise of powerful monarchical systems. D. Religious disagreements. Answer. C. The rise of powerful monarchical systems. Considering the might of Alexander's army and his consecutive victories, what best explains his army's hesitation to advance further into India? A. Alexander's unfamiliarity with Indian terrain. B. The reputation of Indian Mahajanapadas' vast armies. C. Potential diplomatic alliances with Indian kings. D. Spread of Buddhism. Answer. B. The reputation of Indian Mahajanapadas' vast armies. The fortifications around the cities of Mahajanapadas can be best attributed to A. Aesthetic appeal and grandeur. B. The desire for organized urban planning. C. The need for defense, control, and a show of power. D. Religious sanctity. Answer. C. The need for defense, control, and a show of power. The dominance of Magadha over other Mahajanapadas can be primarily attributed to A. Diplomatic alliances. B. Geographical advantages and strategic leadership. C. Superior weaponry. D. Cultural superiority. Answer. B. Geographical advantages and strategic leadership. What made the Vajji governance system distinct from other Mahajanapadas of its time? A. A singular autocratic ruler. B. Decentralized power structures. C. A collective decision-making process involving multiple rulers. D. Absolute rule by the priestly class. Answer. C. A collective decision-making process involving multiple rulers. The introduction of iron plowshares and transplantation in paddy cultivation in the Mahajanapada era would most likely lead to A. Diversification into non-agricultural professions. B. A decrease in urbanization. C. A surplus in grain production and increased economic stability. D. Migration towards forested regions. Answer. C. A surplus in grain production and increased economic stability. What does the term Janapada literally translate to? A. King's land. B. Sacred land. C. Settled land. D. Fertile land. C. Settled land. Which type of ancient Indian pottery is characterized by its grey color with painted designs? A. Red ware. B. Black and red ware. C. Painted grey ware. D. Terracotta ware. C. Painted grey ware. Which ancient Indian region primarily functioned on a Varna or Sangha system of governance? A. Magadha. B. Vajji. C. Koshala. D. Kashi. B. Vajji. The account of Buddha's interaction with Ajatasattu regarding the Vajjis can be found in which ancient text? A. Jatak Tales. B. Vinay Pitaka. C. Digha Nikaya. D. Angatara Nikaya. C. Digha Nikaya. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.